Hello everybody, Trist Games here, also known as Tristykins on ESO and PCNA, and today we've got a build video. Healer, Cyrodiil, PvP, mostly for small scale PvP. I hope that this video can help one or two people learn a little bit about Cyrodiil, learn a little bit about the class. The class I'm using is Warden, and hopefully take one or two things away from this video. If you like it, please feel free to like it. If you find it helpful, please feel free to leave a comment and let me know that it's helpful, because this is my first video on YouTube. Jumping right into things, we are going to go through sets, skills, and champion points. Firstly, starting with sets, today we are using Phoenix Moth, which will add a line of Minor Courage and Minor Force to your teammates, giving them additional weapon and spell damage, as well as access to the Minor Force buff, which adds 10% critical damage done. Two sort of unique buffs. This is more of a offensive healer set to try and help buff your teammates and give them additional damage. On the back bar, we are running Olarima. And as our mythic, we are running Death Dealer's Feet. So Olarima will give you casting a ground ability, will leave an effect on the ground. It's a circle for 5 seconds, a circle of might, which gives you the Major Courage buff, which is going to increase your weapon and spell damage by a significant amount, 430. What does this look like? So when you're on your front bar, for Phoenix Moth, you're just going to keep that Radiating Regeneration procced, and that's going to give the Minor Courage and Minor Force. When you switch to your back bar, when you're in combat like this, when you cast your Budding Seeds on the ground, that gold circle right there, anyone who runs that gold circle is also going to get the Major Courage buff. And then you have the blue circle, which is your seeds. So a shout out to the DPS out there that run through the gold circle. It's a very good thing. It's going to give you that buff for 20 seconds. Another set that you could use to replace this is Spell Power Cure. I do find that Olarima is a little bit more challenging to use. It's a little bit more fun to use. That's why I prefer using it. But you can choose what you want. You have your Olarima Shield. As for sets, our monster set that we're running is Ozezin. These are all going to be tri-stack glyphs. The helmet is impenetrable. What's this going to do? It's going to give us, anytime we overheal our allies, it's going to give us 4,200 armor for 1.1 seconds, in addition to Minor Vitality, which is going to improve our healing received and our damage shield strength by 6%. Super, super strong monster set here for keeping people alive. Your chest, Curse of the Trainee, and the Reinforced trait with the tri-stack glyph. What's this going to do for us? It's just going to give us some extra health. Our shoulder, Ozez in the Infernos. This is in light. Tri-stack glyph, well fitted. We do sometimes run out of stamina. It is a little challenging to keep the stamina. That's why I chose well fitted. Phoenix Moth belt. We are running 2 heavy, 3 light, and 2 medium on this set, but I will add the superstar in the end of the video so you can see it all. Olarima gloves, Phoenix Moth guards, Olarima shoes, Olarima necklace with the infused trait and a Magica recovery enchantment, Phoenix Moth ring with a swift trait and a Magica recovery enchantment, Death Dealer's Feet with the reduced spell cost enchantment and the swift trait as well, giving us a total of 14% increased movement speed. What does Death Dealer's Feet do? Every time you're in combat, you gain stacks, up to 30 stacks, and it's going to increase your max stam, health, and magicka by 88. Very, very strong on the Warden. So, skills that we're using. On the front bar, we are using Shimmering Shield, which is going to create a shield around you. It's going to give you a massive shield, 31k shield for 3 projectiles. It's also going to give you major heroism every time you absorb one of those projectiles. Super, super strong to keep you alive. Deceptive Predator. This is going to give you a major expedition buff, increasing your movement speed by 30%. and gaining immunity to snares and immobilizations and minor evasion for 10 seconds. Overflowing altar on the front bar. It's going to cost health to cast. It doesn't cost any magicka or stamina to cast, which is very helpful. And this is going to give you minor lifesteal to enemies around you, healing you for 732 health every 1 second while damaging them. And the bigger benefit of this is your allies can synergize the Blood Feast and heal for the max health of 65%, which is super, super strong. You have Lotus Blessing, so causing your light attacks to restore about 1,500 health, and then your heavy attacks to restore 4,000 health. And this is also going to give you a major Prophecy Savagery buff for weapon and spell critical ratings. Radiating Regeneration. This is your sort of spammable on the bar. If you're running in a group of 4 or 3, you can just spam this, and it's going to hit everybody. If you're in a larger group, then you need to cast this multiple times to keep the dots ticking. And then for our ultimate, we are running Life Giver, which is a single target heal, but it is extremely, extremely strong to keep your allies alive. And super fun to use as well. On the back bar, Bull Netch, as I mentioned, one of the ways you're likely to die on this build, or as a healer in general, is running out of stam. So if you see a healer that's unable to break free, you should definitely go for that healer and keep your CCs on that healer, because they will go down when they're CC'd. So just keep that in mind. Bull Netch is going to restore 5,000 stamina and give you major brutality and sorcery, so weapon and spell damage by 20% every 5 seconds. The Netch is also going to remove a negative effect from you, so you should spam this once every 5 seconds. If you can't keep it up once every 5 seconds, you should do once every 8 seconds. With the class trait, you're also getting 4 additional ultimate every 8 seconds. You have Ice Fortress, which is going to give you a major resolve and resistance. So it's about 6,000 physical and spell resistance every 30 seconds. And I am running not expansive Fortress for the minor protection. The other morph you could use will make the radius larger if you're in a group. It'll turn the radius to, I think, 20 or 30 meters. If you're in a large group, that might work better. I prefer the selfish way with the minor protection. You also have Budding Seeds, which is going to summon a field of flowers. Very, very strong heal. It's AoE heal. You're going to get healed 1,000 health every 1 second. And then you can also bloom it instantly. So if you're a healer and you proc it, your teammates are going to get healed for 8,000 health while they're in that area. They can also activate the Harvest Synergy for an additional 8,000 health over 5 seconds. Super, super strong. One of the strongest heals in the game, actually. One of the strongest auto heals. Echoing Vigor. This is going to heal allies around you that are close to you for 13,000 health over 16 seconds. And then your big heal on the back bar is going to be Polar Winds. So this is also going to give you on Warden Toughness, which is an additional 10% health. And it's going to heal for about 11k, depending on if you're buffed up or not. And some kind of a small heal every 2 seconds for 10 seconds. So super, super good. And this scales off your max health. And this, with that Dealer's Feat and with your minor toughness, the heals are very juicy. And then kind of your emergency heal, if you ever need it, if you get pulled into something that's, you know, a bunch of a bomber or something like that, you can bring Reviving Barrier along. This will often save your group. Okay. Jumping right into the champion points. In the blue line, we're using Soothing Tide, which is going to increase our healing done by 2% for our AoE heals. Focused Mending, increase your healing done with single target heals by 2%. It's 10%. Swift Renewal, increase your healing done with HOTS by 2. And then reduce your damage taken by direct damage attacked by 3% per stage. So it's 6% damage reduction. In the red line, we're using celerity for the speed, 10% movement speed. So it's bringing us up to an additional with our swift traits. It's an extra 24% movement speed. Relentlessness, being center feared gives you major protection for 3 seconds. So it's a 10% damage reduction. Pain's Refuge reduces your damage taken by 2% for every 2 negative effects on you, up to a maximum of 20%. Super strong when you have a bunch of people on you attacking you. And then Sustained by Suffering increases your max health, magicka, and stam recovery by 150 while you're under the effects of while you're under the negative effects. I just quickly wanted to add in these are the attributes I'm using. You have 51 into health, 13 into stamina, and 0 into magicka. The boon we're using is the Atronach. Vampire stage 1 is not necessary. You can do stage 3 if you want to, but it's not required. As I mentioned, there's a lot of different ways that you can heal in this game. Offensive sets, defensive sets. You can change skills based on what is going on in the fights that you're encountering. If you have comments, if you have questions, feel free to pop them in the chat. Or I do stream on Twitch sometimes. Feel free to pop over there as well at Trist Games. Thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your day to watch the video. Again, any feedback is welcome. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. And hopefully, we'll see you in the next one. Peace.